Hello YouTube. So, great news and it's in the title. Well, first off, I just got out of the shower, so I'm not wearing a shirt. If you want to see my sexy abs, two criteria. One, you have to friend me on Facebook. Well, one, you have to friend me on Facebook, but I have to know you for you to friend me. And two, you have to be a girl. Yeah, my abs are not that great anyway. So, great news! First week of high school, I was too damn dumb to remember to do the first day. But oh well, it's, I guess, better to know more after the first week. So, I'm a freshman, as we all know, I'm 15. It's a lot different than everyone told me it would be. Everyone's like, oh, this is gonna be the hardest shit of your life, dude. It wasn't. Like, I mean, I know it's my first week, and we really didn't do that much. But from the little bits that we did get to see, this is what we'll be getting into this year. It seemed like pretty simple stuff. Like, for example, you do these huge ass equations, but you get a calculator, like one of those freaking Texas Instrument, huge, this big. It's not as big as it seems. The camera didn't go up that high, but like, the thing is about from my forehead to the bottom of my mouth, and you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the Texas Instrument, and I actually figured out that on most of them, you can of course do the alphabet key or alpha, and you can type on it, so you can text your friends in class flat like that. But the funniest thing is you can put it on the second feature, then hit alpha, and that puts it on A lock. And I only have 3 kids in my class at the moment. I am in a different class. No, it's not for the retarded kids, if you're wondering that. It's for the kids that need to, not necessarily make up, but need to, God, it's hard to explain, because, I guess it's more of a behavioral environment. For the guys that don't really know me, I've been in so many countless street fights that I was dumb enough not to wait till out of school to do. I just couldn't take it anymore. I beat the guy down in front of the whole school, and I've been isolated from everyone else since. But I really have no problem with that, because the stuff they teach is the exact same, and I don't have to worry about freaking losing it and jumping a guy before class and school is over. I'm gonna start hosting them after school. Speaking of that, my #1 class that I wanted to take this year that I was flipping out about taking. First off, they effed up my schedule. Gave me a BIM class. And my dad told me, and it is this way, I can't really say too much about what I think, because if you don't want someone to hear something, they'll end up hearing it. Basically, my schedule got messed up, and there was a prerequisite of having a technology class, mine being keyboarding, to get into this class. And then there was Spanish, which is what I wanted to take to Spanish 2. Guess what? Simply because I was in keyboarding last year, even though I begged them not to give it to me on my schedule in 8th grade, they still gave me the BIM, or Business Information class. Oh, we're supposed to be learning about Access in Word. No, we have a stuck-up teacher, and we have computers that probably haven't been updated since XP came out, and we haven't even done anything in any of those except for the warm-ups in Word, so I'm not really into that at all. I found my first high school crush. She is a hot Latino senior. However, I don't really know if she notices me yet. We've talked and we flirted around. She's laughed with me. We've blushed and all that. But that's the thing. One, she was sitting right next to me, and she was talking to another girl about some hot guy that she liked. I don't know if she's talking about me. She thinks my accent makes me hot, but fine by me. Fine by me. If you're watching this, you have amnesia now. You did not see this, but anyway, she knows who she is. I know who she is. Everyone knows who she is. Yeah, but the whole school knows. But anyway, high school is great. Now, just like I said in my channel, I'm very realistic when it comes to romance and relationships and all that. I don't have crushes. I don't even have a crush on Megan Fox. Why? Because I know I'm never gonna get her. So it's be realistic. Other thing is, there are very few crushes that last from high school all the way to marriage, with a long-term marriage. So I'm not really gonna bother getting too. I mean, I easily open up to people, but you know, I'm not going to sit there and bet my life on the girl because it's probably not gonna last till marriage. Forever. Maybe for 2 weeks, but whew. Anyway, enough about the crappy, cheesy, corny teen romance. Let's head back to the academics. The kids that knew me last year, basically, I'm gonna talk in an American accent from this point and until I change back. But the point was, last year in middle school at Aragon Middle School, I was ATL. Everyone knew who I was. No one didn't know who I literally, it was my whole big thing, because I went from, in 3rd grade, I got into so many fights. Like, I mean, 20 plus fights I got into. Then I hit the principal, and it was enough. But there were some annoying kids there. Anyway, so I was probably the most hated person in the school. Everyone knew me, but they hated me. So I realized when I saw the movie ATL, and I played Fight Night Round 2. This is where I originally discovered it. Back when I played Fight Night Round 2, which was my first combat sport video game. That was all the way back when Round 2 had just released, and my dad actually played it, and then I got into it. But Pitbull, I remember in one of their songs, which I can't believe I remember, but because I was 8. But one of their songs said ATL, Pitbull ATL, something like that, you know. Then they came out with a movie called ATL. I don't know which order it was, Pitbull's song or the movie ATL. So basically, everyone knows what ATL stands for. If you don't, Atlanta. It's in the top few most ghetto in America, and even though I know that Detroit would have ATL shot in a heartbeat, I just went around talking about my hometown. This is the most ghetto place in America and all this crap, and I got popular off it. Well, I got my friend Matthew, and it turns out, because he was ATL's best friend, he gets to carry after me. That, and I had a couple of... See, to me, it was like a joke, because I made people laugh. I mean, I'm about as wide as it gets. And in school, I don't know if you guys have ever seen my Nerd Ninja Productions channel. If you guys have seen Lead Hacks, or you know what I'm talking about, I wear glasses, which I need another eye test, because I have horrible eyes. But I wore glasses, and it was so funny, because, like, let me show you. Let me find them. Padre, skeptica, spectica, es padre. No, I don't. I have no idea what the glasses is in Spanish. Be right back, guys. Seriously, though. Oh. That would have been nice to know when I got out of the shower. I'm still recording, so. We're at my bottom. Guys, I'm right to the camera, but... And they're on my bed. Okay, never mind, I found them. Clearly I'm not the smartest of guys. I freaking glare here, but yeah. So this is what I looked like all of last year at Aragon, except it didn't have the lens glare that you're seeing right now, which helps for lead Hacksawer's character, but well. This is basically what I look like, except I had longer hair. Like, I get it buzzed like every 6 months. I'm trying to keep it consistent, but oh. And so I was basically this with long hair, and everyone loved it because it was like it was a joke. I wasn't. Some people really believed that I was ghetto, and some people thought that it was just a joke. To me, it was just a joke, and I got really popular off it. I had people saying I was funny as hell. I'm actually gonna have to bring this into a part 2, which surprises me, but I guess it shouldn't. So I walked around. I had a few really good raps. There's this one joke rap I had. At the time, it was my best rap, and it was like 2 lines. I still stink at rapping, but I have a couple other raps that I would use, and I would be like, watch me box to the beat of the street, watch me give you a girl that ski, ski, ski. And everyone would be laughing there. I mean, girls, guys, whites, Mexicans, Asian, black. Everyone, it didn't matter who they were, they would laugh. And 6th grade through 8th, everyone knew me. I had like 2 kids that didn't like me enough to where they wanted to fight me, but one of them, he basically ducked me. God, this is a huge story. He basically, every time that we tried to fight, he ducked me. If you guys know what full Nelson is, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But basically, I finally got tired of him, and I was like, hey dude, you keep ducking us, you keep running from us and saying, no, I'm not going to do this or that, even though I've been challenging you for 6 months. So he goes this way, and I follow him. I'm like, hey dude, come on, let's do it. Right there after school, and he turns around. Well, I was running at him, and I was screaming, hey dude, quit this ducking me. And so he turns around and freaking back elbows me in the face. But in the midst of it, I catch it, and I like bend it backwards. For those of you who don't know what a full Nelson is, then learn what a half Nelson is and use it with both arms. Basically, I put him in a full Nelson, made him suck his own dick, and like the hallways were it was crowded to complete unbelief. Because like I got his back off of his elbow, then I just made him suck his own dick. It was just funny. It was messed up though, but so. And the other guy, we never got our match, but he was just a big retarded black dude that thought being big wins a fight, and he probably made an average of a C-. He was not the most intelligent of guys, and he's probably gonna grow up to be a gangbanger. Nonetheless, So everyone knew who I was. Everyone knew me. I got greeted by like 3 people in the hall. What's up, ATL? Like, it was so funny because I was like freaking Kimbo Slice at my school. No one knew. Like, very few people knew my real name. Of course, Kimbo Slice is really Kevin Ferguson. But everyone called me ATL. No one even knew I was Ryan Ballinger. And so I go and I talk to the guys, and I make myself known, and my friends now at the next school are carrying it on, because like Matthew and Michael and like all my friends but one were in 7th grade and I was in 8th, and so they're in 8th now and they're like top of the food chain. I have to drop down to bottom again, but oh well. And so Matthew is like my official spokesperson now. This kid messed with Matthew today, in fact. He just clinched up with them and leg sweeped him when he said he was going to throw a punch at him. And he acted like, he clinched up and leg sweeped him and said that he'll get ATL's whole crew on your ass, and he's talking about how he's ATL's fan. I gotta carry this over into a second one, possibly a third, because it's like 14:45. Be right back. Shout outs are going to be at the very end, and they're going to be a lot of them because this is important. Alright, see you guys.